Once upon a time, in a lush, green jungle teeming with life, lived a little monkey named Maiko. Now, Maiko wasn't just any monkey. He was clever, quick, and had a heart full of curiosity. But he had one tiny little problem. He was a world-class warrior. He worried if the bananas would be ripe enough, if the rain would be too wet, or if the sun would be too bright. His friends would often find him sitting on a branch, his furry brow furrowed in thought, contemplating all the things that could possibly go wrong. One sunny morning, the jungle was buzzing with excitement. King Leo, the wise old lion, had announced the annual Jungle Jubilee, a grand festival filled with games, music, and a legendary feast. Every animal was thrilled, except for Maiko. He sat clutching a vine, his mind racing. What if he slipped during the vine-swinging race? What if he couldn't find the best berries for the fruit-gathering contest? What if a sudden storm washed out the entire party? He could already picture the disaster. His best friend, a cheerful parrot named Pip, fluttered down beside him. "Maiko, what's wrong? The whole jungle is getting ready for the Jubilee, and you look like you've seen a ghost." Maiko sighed, a long, dramatic sigh. "Oh, Pip, it's not that simple. There's just so much that could go wrong. The Jubilee is a big deal, and I'm worried I'll mess everything up." Pip tilted his head. "Maiko, you're borrowing trouble. You're paying interest on a debt you might never owe. None of these things have happened, and they probably won't. Why waste this beautiful day worrying about maybes?" But Maiko couldn't shake the feeling of dread. That afternoon, he decided to seek advice from the wisest creature in the jungle, Old Man Tortoise, who had seen more seasons than any other animal. Maiko found him basking in the sun by the riverbank. "Old Man Tortoise," Maiko began, his voice trembling slightly, "I'm so worried about the Jubilee. I keep imagining all these terrible things happening. How do I stop?" The tortoise slowly opened one eye, then the other. He looked at Maiko with a calm, knowing gaze. "Ah, young Maiko, you're carrying a heavy bag, aren't you? A bag filled with what-ifs?" Maiko nodded eagerly. "Yes, that's exactly it. How do I put it down?" The tortoise chuckled, a slow, rumbling sound. "You cannot put down a bag you haven't picked up. Your worries, Maiko, are like shadows. They seem large and frightening, but they have no substance. You give them power by focusing on them." He then gave Maiko a peculiar task. "Go to the Whispering Waterfall. Take this empty coconut shell. For every worry you have, drop a small pebble into the shell. Do not come back until the shell is full." Confused but desperate, Maiko agreed. He scampered off to the waterfall with the empty coconut shell. He sat by the cascading water and began to think, what if I can't find enough pebbles? He worried and dropped the first pebble in. Plink, the shell felt a little heavier. What if I dropped the shell into the water? He fretted and dropped another pebble in. Plink, he worried about the race, the contest, the weather, what others would think of him. Plink, plink, plink. Soon, the coconut shell was surprisingly heavy. His arm ached from holding it. He had to use both hands to carry it, and his journey back to the tortoise was slow and difficult. He stumbled over roots he usually leaped over, and he had to rest every few minutes. The bag of what-ifs had become a very real, very heavy burden. When he finally reached the tortoise, he was exhausted. He set the heavy shell down with a thud. "I'm back," he panted. "And this is so heavy." The tortoise smiled. "Now, Maiko, I want you to do one more thing. For every pebble, I want you to name one good thing that could happen at the Jubilee." Maiko looked at the pile of pebbles. It seemed impossible, but he took a deep breath and tried. He picked up a pebble. "Well, I might have a lot of fun with my friends," he said, and tossed the pebble into the river. He picked up another. "I might discover I'm really good at the vine-swinging race." He threw it. Splash. "The mangoes at the feast might be the juiciest I've ever tasted." Splash. He kept going. He thought about the joy of dancing, the laughter of his friends, the pride of trying his best, the beauty of the jungle decorated for the festival. With every pebble he threw, the coconut shell got lighter. His heart felt lighter too. Soon the shell was empty. The sun felt warm on his fur. The sound of the river was peaceful, and the thought of the Jubilee no longer filled him with dread, but with excitement. He looked at Old Man Tortoise, his eyes shining. I understand now. I was so busy collecting stones of worry that I couldn't see the beautiful river right in front of me. I was carrying a burden I didn't need to. The tortoise nodded slowly. Exactly, Maiko. You cannot control the river, but you can choose not to fill your pockets with stones. Don't borrow trouble from tomorrow. Live in the sunshine of today. From that day on, Maiko was a changed monkey. He still had moments of worry, of course, because old habits are hard to break. But whenever he felt that familiar furrow on his brow, he would remember the heavy coconut shell. He would stop, take a deep breath, and think of one good thing. At the Jungle Jubilee, Maiko didn't win the vine-swinging race, but he laughed the whole way. He didn't find the most berries, but he shared what he had with a younger monkey who was struggling. He danced until his feet were tired and ate until his belly was full. It wasn't a perfect day. A brief shower did pass through, but Maiko barely noticed. He was too busy enjoying the moment, surrounded by friends and fun. He had learned the most valuable lesson of all, that happiness isn't about having a life free of problems, but about choosing not to carry the weight of problems that don't exist. He had finally learned to leave the trouble for tomorrow and simply live for today. And so, the little monkey who used to borrow trouble became the monkey who borrowed joy, sharing it freely with everyone he met in the big, beautiful jungle. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed Maiko's journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more wonderful tales. See you next time.